Is that what you were asking the bandit? That's all. Can you explain it to me, please? You're talking about gunskins. You're hammered and you were pressing him.
As you can see, just over the trees there to your right, the aircraft coming in, flown today by Andrew Dixon. It's the Douglas DC-3. Actually flew on the 17th of December 1935, on the 32nd anniversary of the Wright brothers' first flight. Unmistakable, around the world, anywhere, right the way through World War II.
Known for flying another very famous aircraft, the Sally B.
It's very unfortunate. Ellie would have loved to have had the Sally B here this weekend, but unfortunately caught up in the US promulgated airworthiness directive on B-17s. The Douglas C-47 or DC-3, developed from two previous designs, the DC-1 and the DC-2, standing for Douglas Commercial. We certainly spoke earlier about the sound of the Merlin engine, how it was unmistakable. So is that. You can instantly tell whether it's a DC-3.
So beautiful against this afternoon sunshine.
It's pretty safe to say that there is no country on the planet that has not been served at some stage by the DC-3 or the C-47. Its use has been so widespread. They were produced by Douglas, Showa and Nakajima in Japan, and also by Lusanov in Russia as the Li-2. Some of those Li-2s actually had gun turrets just behind the cockpit. US Army Air Corps received its first militarised DC-3 in August 1939. It of course went on to fly throughout every country in every theatre of the war. Flying China across the hump as biscuit bombers in New Guinea, glider tugs, parachutists at D-Day, Arnhem, the Berlin Airlift, Korea, and also in Vietnam, where they were used as transports and gunships. Can you imagine this DC-3 with 6 Gatling guns fixed and pointed out the windows so that the aircraft would fly in and go in a continuous circle, continuous radius, and fire those Gatling guns? It was called the Cone of Death. 2 Pratt & Whitney radials, or 2 Wright Cyclone radials, all about 1200 horsepower. Can you also imagine this as a float plane? Believe it or not, they had monstrous floats, so like the floats would be the size of a huge cruiser.
That would be an incredible sight to see. Now Peter, we saw the Battle of Britain Spitfire yesterday, which had some white stripes along it, and I also noticed the DC-3 has the same.
Well, this particular aircraft flew on D-Day Flew with the 79th Troop Carrier Squadron from RAF Membry in Warwickshire. So those were the D-Day markings. Every Allied aircraft that flew on D-Day carried those markings, so it was an instant identification, friend, foe. Now, this aircraft flew with the US Army Air Force, and then it transferred over in September 1944, transferred to the RAF. Now, this is a consecutive serial number, but one, to Dragamute, which also flew on D-Day. Now, this machine, as we said, was transferred to number 1 Heavy Glider Servicing Unit of 38th Group, Netheravon in Wiltshire, and it was recovering Horsa gliders from the Normandy beachhead. Over 40 were recovered and flown back to UK. This machine not only participated on D-Day, but also as part of Operation Market Garden. That was the attempt to drive a combined Allied spearhead force into Germany by the capture of all the strategic bridges in the Netherlands right the way to the Rhine. It was actually the largest paratroop operation in military history, but it ultimately failed. It was literally a bridge too far. Post-war, the machine took part in the Berlin airlift, and while it was still in the RAF, it was used by Short Brothers, and Scottish Aviation and Marshals, but later Ferranti, who modified the airframe really considerably with a non-standard nose and cockpit windscreen. After a lot of service and storage, it was actually going to be scrapped, and it was saved from the Catterick fire dump by Mike Woodley of Aces High with the assistance from Lord Onslow and the Imperial War Museum. Restored, and in September 1939 was civilian registered, and it's been continuously operated by Aces High ever since, appearing in over 20 movies and television series. That without the DC-3 or the C-47 and the G, the war would not have been won. They were just so versatile in what they could do. You imagine flying over the hump, across the Himalayas, the Hindu Kush, from India into China in these things, freezing, operating at really low level down the valleys in New Guinea and through the China-Burma-India theatre. They are very manoeuvrable, as you can see.
So we understand this could be the last pass. So Andrew can absolutely see you from that amazing cockpit. So please raise your arms in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Massive wave all the way down the pound line as the DC-3 has given us this beautiful and elegant display comes past.
Come on, right-hand team. We know you're the best.
And the left.
Ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful display. As I said, there is no country anywhere in the world, or Antarctica, or the Arctic, that has not seen service by the C-47 at some stage in its life. Long may she fly.
And she's heading back to North Wind, which is down in Essex, so quite a way to go. It's a beautiful sight to see it disappearing.
Well, very soon we will be seeing an incredible aircraft, the Grumman Bearcat, literally a pocket rocket, and we're very privileged to have it here today because it is not very often at all that it actually demonstrates